Hello and welcome to another episode of Lost in the Dark podcast. My name is Burton, coming at you from the crypt tonight. Solo episode. We'll be rolling solo tonight, and as always, we'll start off with an inaugural drink. Tonight, a very Michigan-centric drink. I'm drinking Captain Morgan with Vernors. It's better than you'd think, believe it or not. It is actually excellent. You know, I haven't found any good fucking Michigan rums yet. I've tried a lot of different Michigan liquors, and I haven't found any good Michigan rums, like especially any dark ones. I found a few good clear ones, but I prefer the dark. So if anyone out there has any suggestions for me, be sure to let me know. That'd be awesome. Something to look for. But let's get on with it, with the new episode of Lost in the Dark podcast tonight. Tonight we will be talking about a show I went to last night. Let's start it off. Down in Hamtramck, Detroit, at the Sanctuary. It's literally on the same block as Small's Bar, which is where we saw Cannabis Corpse, Snafu, Acid Witch, and a number of other bands. Preston, Aaron, and I, the three hosts of this podcast, saw them. I want to say back in October or November, something like that. Excellent show. Fucking awesome show. It was the first time any of us had been to Small's Bar. We liked it a lot. Really enjoyed the venue. This place though was this show was at the Sanctuary, right down the block on Kniff Avenue, I think, in Hamtramck, Detroit, and it was fucking phenomenal. It was the first time I had ever been there, and Aaron as well. And I thought it was a phenomenal venue. Very nice, very clean on the inside. Everyone that was there was fucking awesome. The staff was great. Fucking the sound system was excellent. Nice, big, good sized bar, good sized floor space for a small venue. You know, in a lot of ways, it was a quintessential fucking, small, underground, local fucking metal show. It was really fantastic. I really liked the venue a lot. And if you check some of the pictures that I posted on Instagram, you'll see one of the menus that they had there that I found sitting on the bar, where they had drinks like the Motorhead Mule, the Napalm Breath, the Blast Beat, where the Cold Gin Blows. I love that one. Holiday and Rumbadia. And Headbanger Salt AP. They had all kinds of like cool fucking metal themed drinks like that. That was awesome. If you go on there, you can actually see on the Instagram. You can actually see what they were. I posted a picture earlier. Yeah. So the venue was fucking phenomenal. If you've never been to the Sanctuary, definitely go. If you get a chance, if there's something there that you want to see, it is a wonderful venue. Parking up and down the street, the parking situation was pretty solid for a small venue in Detroit. Yeah, I liked it a lot. So yeah, everything about it. And actually, one of the fucking bartenders is the lead vocalist in the local Detroit band Snafu, who, like I said, we saw open for Cannabis Corpse down at Small's Bar. And they are really good. They are an excellent live act. So I highly recommend you check out Snafu. Shout out to them. I talked to him for a minute. He was a really nice guy last night. But yeah, let's get into the show. So this show, okay, was the Tech Trek. All right, this is Tech Trek. Headlining band was Archspire. Okay, but we're gonna go in sort of order, because I don't exactly remember the order that everyone played in, but I do remember, obviously, the doors opened at 6, BOG WRAITH went on at 6:30, so I had to be there by then for that. For those of you that don't know, for any possible first-time listeners we have on this podcast, for those of you that don't know, the drummer of BOG WRAITH is one of the three hosts of this show. It's myself, Burton, and Preston, my cousin. We are the founders. And then the third host is Aaron, my friend, our friend, who fucking is also the drummer of the local Lansing band, fucking BOG WRAITH. So, I got there. The doors opened a little bit late. I think they actually opened at around 6:15. No big deal though. It was nice out. And yeah, fucking, we got in there, and the stage situation was actually really nice. I really liked what I was seeing and everything. And then and I see Aaron, and first thing he tells me is, man, I must have forgot some of my shit because I don't have all my equipment. Like, my drum kit isn't quite right. And I was like, you know, this is the fucking time to shine. You know what I mean? Like, it's always when things go wrong that everything seems to go so right. You know what I'm saying? And you know, I'm not exactly sure how he feels about it or how they felt about it, but that's how I ended up feeling about it, because you can see it in some of the videos on the Instagram. Man, they went out there and the swamp beasts from Lansing, the fucking BOG WRAITH, they fucking killed it. I swear to God. Like, okay, I don't know how many of you go to smaller shows, you know, like on like a smaller scale or whatever, like a small local venue, this or that. All of you should. Anyone who's listening to this should, because you should be supporting your local music scene, especially your local metal scene, because you know, we've said it in exhaust on many other episodes, but you know, you never know. The fucking next big thing could be the small local band in your city right now, and you could be one of the first fucking. But that's not even total. Like, there's good music. Heavy metal, according to some streaming services, is the fastest growing music genre, you know, at least on their service or whatever. So, fucking, there's a lot of really great shit out there right now, but it's all still, you know, fairly underground. And you go see them at these smaller venues, and it's amazing. It's an amazing experience. But yeah, so fucking BOG WRAITH, yeah, they fucking absolutely, I felt, did a great job. You could, like I said, you could see it in the videos on Instagram, and they fucking, I can't exactly remember the set list, but they had 25 minutes. They fit it perfectly. And to me, everything sounded they sounded really phenomenal. They sounded really in sync. They were all fucking very lively on stage and everything. It was a very, very good show. And they will be back at the Sanctuary on June 21st for they will be opening the Wormhole show. And I will be in attendance. It'll be another great experience, I'm sure. But yeah, they, you know, in the sound system in the place was really good. And they sounded fantastic. And so yeah, that's what I was saying earlier. Damn, I forgot for a minute, but now I got it back. I don't know how many of you go to small local shows, but Aaron and I have talked about it before. There's like this weird, like little, like half a circle bubble that forms around the stage for the opening band almost every time, where no one wants to venture in there. It's always, everyone's standing a little far back. No one wants to be the first one to be going nuts. You know what I mean? It's weird. And anytime an opening band, especially at 6:30 on a Monday night on a Memorial Day weekend, okay? All odds in you gotta understand, all right? All odds in existence are against you, especially in the city of Detroit, especially in any major city in Michigan. We live in Lansing, okay? Aaron and I live in the Lansing area. Preston lives out in the Flint area. Fucking, here's what you got to understand about at least Lansing and Flint. These cities empty on holiday weekends like Memorial Day, 4th of July, Labor Day. These cities empty. Like, there was no one in Lansing last weekend. Everything was empty because everyone goes up north on those weekends, on those holiday weekends. Everyone, especially during the summer mainly, everyone fucking goes up north in Michigan. and is kind of the same, I think, probably in Detroit to some, at least some scale. And so to have a crowd at all on a Monday night at 6:30 on Memorial Day is a feat on its own. Not only did BOG WRAITH have a crowd, by the end of the set, they had a fucking pit. Okay? To go as far as to actually get a pit going during the opening band is a massive feat. All right? Like, they were fucking destroying that shit. Like, when I was looking around, every single person that was kind of like unsure, standing back a little bit at first, by the end, they were 10 steps closer. You know what I mean? Like, and I've seen BOG WRAITH do that every single time. Every single time I've seen them open a show, the last like 3-4 times, because they don't open every time, but like the last 3-4 times I've seen them open, that's what they've done every single fucking time, every single fucking venue. So they were outstanding, and I'm certainly not the only one that thought so. The other people that were pitting to them at 6:45 on a Monday night on a Memorial Day were fucking agreeing with me. So yeah, it was outstanding. I thought they did a great job, and I'm very, very, very excited to see them again back at the Sanctuary in Detroit on June 21st with Boreworm. Very, very good. And next time Aaron is on, we will talk to him about how he felt about that performance. For sure. Moving on from the Swamp Beast Lansing Zone. Also, you should be sure to check them out on all social media and on YouTube. And Patreon and Twitch. They have a Twitch channel where they live stream. They even live stream practices sometimes. It's very exciting. I as a fan, love that shit. Like when Children of Bodom was recording Hexed, they were regularly putting like short videos in their story on Instagram of them in the studio. And I, as a fan, I fucking loved that shit. So BOG WRAITH does that. They're very active on their social medias and Twitch and stuff like that. And Patreon, they do a lot of good stuff on there. Aaron even releases his own drumming videos. Check out Aaron Gray on YouTube. Yeah. Check all their stuff out. They do a really great job with everything, and definitely check them out. We love them to death. Now, I think if I remember correctly, the next band to go on was Carnis Immortalis, I believe. You know what? Hold on just 1 second. Let's make sure that's accurate. Just to be sure. Yep. Carnis Immortalis. They were definitely the next ones up. They were a band I've never heard of until I saw them at this show, and I thought they did an excellent job. They had a cool stage thing going on. I loved the lead singer. He was wearing like this face makeup. I really liked that a lot. The fucking I think it was the guitarist or the bassist. I'm not sure which was wearing like a kilt. I dug that. Yeah, like I liked their stage presence a lot. And I thought they had a really live stage presence. They were very active, going back and forth all over the place. Fucking, I think the lead singer even went into the crowd at one point. Fucking, yeah, I believe so. I could be wrong. I think he did. He did, yeah. But I thought they did an excellent job. Like I said, it was the first time I'd ever heard of them. So, I had a 25-minute dose, and I enjoyed it, and I'd like to see more. I thought they had a really good stage presence and a nice little edge to them. I thought that was really cool. The next band to go on, I believe, was Wormhole. Now, for those of you that don't know, the lead singer of BOG WRAITH, Alex, actually toured as the lead singer of Wormhole over in Europe, I believe last year. with them for a little bit. So BOG WRAITH and Wormhole, they are forever tied together. So to actually see them on the same bill was very exciting. And then, so they were on stage and they were fucking killing it. And then for the last song, they actually brought Alex on stage to sing a song with them. So we had two fucking metal vocalists on stage at the same time. And it was fucking brutality. It was fucking phenomenal. Check it out. There are videos on the Instagram. It was phenomenal. I absolutely loved it. I thought they sounded great and they did a great job. Yeah, and I got to meet some of the guys from Wormhole, and they were fantastic. They were really good guys. I absolutely fucking loved their set. And when Alex went on stage with them, it was it was so fucking cool. I'm not gonna lie, I loved it. So that was fucking great. Now, full disclosure, I'm not 110% sure on this, but I'm real fucking sure that the next band to go on was Inferi. I think it was Inferi and then fucking Virvum, I believe. But in any case, that's the order we're going to talk about it in. Inferi blew me away. They, I believe, were from Memphis, I think he said. And, oh my God, they absolutely blew me away. I thought they were fucking phenomenal. If you've never heard of them, fucking check them out. They are the only band last night that I bought merch from. I had to get one of their CDs after I got their new one called Reverent, I believe. Amazing fucking cover on it, and I absolutely cannot wait to get it cranking. Like, the vocalist is in fucking sane. Even after, like, a little bit after the show, we saw Alex, Aaron, and I and Chase were the guitar, one of the guitarists for BOG WRAITH, were walking around outside, and we saw the lead singer of Inferi, and Alex was like, I've heard you guys on the record, and I thought you sounded amazing, but I was like, that might just be their best take or whatever. But no, man, you hit everything perfectly live. Like, he was so fucking good live, and everyone was. Every single person in that band, I was paying attention to all of them, the bassist, the drummer, the guitarist. There is some real talent in that fucking band, and I absolutely highly recommend checking out Inferi. I'm not sure how they pronounce it. Inferi, I think. It's here INFERI_official on Instagram. And for the others, hold up to this point, you got at BOG WRAITH on Instagram, at Wormhole Slam on Instagram, at Carnis Immortalis on Instagram. Those are everyone we've talked about so far, and at Inferi official. Oh man, they were really fucking good. They really did blow me away. They were very, very good live. Revenant is the name of their new album. It came out Revenant is officially 1 year old today. So yeah, it came out last year on April 21st. So April 21st, 2018. Oh, man, it has this amazing cover of, like, this giant demon monster. Almost looks like it could be considered an interpretation of Cthulhu. Kind of, but not really. Sort of, maybe. And, like, there's this, like, knight with a blue sword. Oh, man, it is fucking gorgeous. I love it. So, yeah, definitely give Inferi a listen. They are extremely talented. And, yeah, very, very good. I hope they come back soon. Next up, Virvum. Now, let's see here. Virvum, I thought they did an excellent job. They are a lot now. Okay. Okay, so let's be real here for a minute. The only reason why there are so many quote-unquote subgenres of heavy metal is because, like, let's be real for a minute. Really all that is words. You know what I mean? It's fucking it's just words we use to describe the differences that within the music. It's because we can't call Poison and Slayer the same thing, even though they're both heavy metal. One of them is glam metal, one of them is thrash metal. You know what I mean? Like Cannibal Corpse is death metal, fucking Mayhem is black metal. You know what I mean? Fucking and at the end of the day, it's just semantics, essentially. At the end of the day, it's just semantics. But it's also like adjectives that we're using to describe fucking the different sound, because we can't call this and that the same thing because they sound so. We can't call AC/DC and fucking Judas Priest the same thing. You know what I mean? So we use these different fucking subgenres and categories and words to describe the different things. So to me personally, everything I like is metal at the end of the day. It's all metal, whatever this or that, it's all metal. And so this show was the tech trek. So they're talking about tech death, which is extremely technical death metal. And you know, like within every subgenre, every fucking category, there's even within every fucking category, there is a range of shit. You know what I mean? There's a range. You can go from, you know, fucking Anthrax sounds nothing like Slayer. You know what I mean? But they're both in the big four of thrash metal. You know what I mean? So, and you're not going to love everything. You're not going to fucking not love everything. Like, there's going to be different things in all of it that you like. So, I guess tech death is one of the ones I'm certainly not complete, like, I'm not nearly as familiar with that subgenre as many of the others. Virvum, I felt as though was deep within that category. I thought they were technically very impressive and very proficient. Me personally, I like stuff that has, I don't even know the right actual words because I don't know if they're correct or not. I always said like I always said rhythm, but what I really mean is I like stuff that I can headbang to. You know what I mean? You can't headbang as much to something that is unbelievably technical, like something like a Rings of Saturn or something. While it's very good and impressive, you can't like fucking headbang like that. You know what I mean? So, Virvum, I thought was very good and very impressive, but I couldn't personally necessarily headbang to them constantly, and I wanted to. You know what I mean? So, I thought they were really good, though. Having said all that, I thought they were really good, and live, they were really... Now, they did do this one thing, I'm not going to lie. They did do this one thing. They kept calling it clam hands, and it was just like, you know what I mean? Just like hitting your forefingers to your palm. And they kept referring to the pit as like, where that pit's got, or he was like, shit, what did he say? That something has, it's hot and ready to go. We got to add some butter and white wine. Let's go. I was like, are you guys from New Orleans? Like, do you guys fucking, what are we talking about right now? Like, I thought it was a little weird, but I didn't hate it either. Like, you know what I mean? It's their thing, and I liked it. And I liked that they were doing it, but it just, I don't feel like that landed as well to a Detroit audience. You know what I mean? Because in Detroit, we don't fucking use white wine and make a lot fucking clams, you know what I mean? So, yeah, I thought that was a little weird, but I thought they had a great stage presence, and I thought they did an excellent job. Absolutely nothing bad to say about them at all. I just thought they did a couple of things that were out of the ordinary for me personally to see. In no way, shape, or form am I saying was any of it bad. I thought that they did an excellent job. So yeah, that was everyone, and now on to Archspire. Full disclosure, I did not see all of Archspire set in entirety. We had to get some things. I helped BOG WRAITH, do a little unloading or whatever. But I did see most of their set, and I thought they did an excellent job. They never really listened to them before seeing them live, and they definitely fucking came out and really tore up the stage. They had an awesome merch booth. Honestly, they had this giant flag that was really fucking awesome. They have great artwork. But yeah, they fucking, like I said, I'd never really heard of them, so I was just kind of like standing there, taking the entire thing, kind of trying to like, more or less go in, just kind of see who they were and everything. And I thought they were very impressive. I'm definitely going to check them out on the record now. After seeing them live, they had an excellent stage presence. They sounded fantastic. I think, oh fuck, who was it? Crap, I can't remember now if it was Virvum or Archspire. One of them actually had a technical difficulty during this. Shit. I can't remember who it was, but whoever it was, they handled it excellently. It was either Virvum or Archspire, like where they literally were about to start playing a song and they had to stop for a second. But they handled it excellently, and Archspire, I thought they absolutely, like I said, I didn't get to see the tail end of their set, maybe the last 2 songs or so, but what I did see was fucking phenomenal. So all in all, also during the show, I had a giant stack of fucking Lost in the Dark stickers that I was handing out to many, many people in the venue. Pretty much everyone I could. So if you are listening right now and you got one of those stickers, thank you so fucking much for checking us out. We really appreciate it. And yeah, you're fantastic. Every single person that I met there last night was unbelievably nice, like super fucking nice. Everyone was really cool. From the staff, everyone, like I said earlier, at the venue was fantastic. Definitely made me want to come back. And in fact, like I said earlier, I am. But yeah, just right now, Michigan is just fucking primed for fucking metal. Like every single opportunity, every single fucking metal show I go to ends up being packed or sold out. Like it's insane. But yeah, BOG WRAITH will be back at the Sanctuary on June. Is that? Let me just make sure. June 21st with the breathe. Oh, I'm sorry. I was saying Ballroom. The Breathing Process is headlining. Then Ballroom, Boreworm, BOG WRAITH, Vile Secretion. Oh shit, hell yeah. And Carnis Immortalis, hell yeah. Fucking Carnis Immortalis will be back at that show as well. That's awesome. So June 21st, back at the Sanctuary. We'll be back. Look, seriously, if you're listening to this, go to that show. That was such, it was a quintessential local metal show. It was fucking just it was firing on every cylinder. Like, everyone was just wanted to be there, you know what I mean? Like, was very excited and happy to be there, and it felt absolutely fantastic. I loved it. Loved every second of it, and I'm very excited to come back on June 21st. So yeah, that's pretty much all I had to say on this show last night. Fantastic. I will say also, my copy of the new Flesh God Apocalypse album arrived today. Velino arrived today in the mail, and I have officially given it one full spin. It is phenomenal. Now, full disclosure, for those of you that have seen any of my reviews or have heard me talk about it on previous episodes, I think in my opinion, okay, this is just me. I'm not saying this for everyone. I'm just saying this for me personally. In my opinion, there is no other way to listen to music than on gigantic speakers in a fantastic system inside of a car, driving down a back fucking road, blasting that shit as loud as it can fucking go. Okay? Because for me, it's all heavy metal, and heavy metal is meant to be listened to loud as shit. To the point where I'm not even kidding you. To the point where I will sometimes hear a song on my little fucking, even though it is really fantastic, my little fucking Bose speaker SoundLink mini thing that I got. It's really, really good. Surprisingly loud for such a small speaker. I highly recommend it. Bluetooth speaker, but or like a TV speakers or computer speakers or even headphones. I will hear a song on any of those given things and not particularly care for it. But then I get it in the car, and all of a sudden I fucking love it. Because I'm literally hearing things that I couldn't hear on those other speakers. So to me, it's the only way to do it. At the moment, I'm not personally able to do that. My car died, and I am in between cars right now. I'm working on getting another one at the moment. And so I've not been able to hear this Flesh God Apocalypse album in the proper setting, in my opinion. I also have not yet read the lyrics. I literally just got it today and gave it one quick spin, and it is a phenomenal fucking album. If you like symphonic, kind of thrashy, black and death metal kind of, you will fucking love this shit. There are a few things on it that I did not particularly care for, but again, I have not heard them in the proper setting yet. So, but there are a few things on it I did not particularly care for off the top. But literally 90% of the album I thought was absolutely out of the park phenomenal. I absolutely loved it. So my full review, this is off one quick small fucking listen on I listened to part of it in a car and another part of it on the Bose speaker, so it's not even all a straight through listen in one setting. You know what I mean? So it's not this is not my review. This is just off of that. But I fucking really, really liked what I heard. So I highly recommend you checking out the new Flesh God Apocalypse album. Velino, it came out last Friday. Last Friday on let's see if I can get the date. Hold on one second. Sorry. On the 24th, May 24th, 2019. So definitely give that a listen if symphonic black and death is kind of your thing. To me, that's kind of what it was. But there I go again, just using, semantics to describe the sound, right? You know what I mean? I'm trying to describe the sound by using these words for subgenres. To my point exactly. So, yeah. Yeah, so that's, I guess that's going to be about it. And honestly, June 21st is at the moment, that's the next show. that I will be at all, that anyone from Lost in the Dark podcast will be at. So we got damn near a month till the next one, people. However, we will be dropping episodes and reviews like crazy. I will hopefully have the Valino review out by next week. Hopefully I'll have a new Heavy Metal Folklore episode by next week. Hopefully a new episode with Aaron. Maybe a couple more solos in there over the next couple weeks. On from June 9 to 19, I will be on vacation. I'm actually going with my family to first time overseas. I'm going to fucking Scotland, believe it or not. So, but I will be very active during that trip on Instagram. There will be probably new episodes unless I can get Preston to do something or Aaron to do something. But definitely be sure to follow us on social media, Instagram, Facebook. I will be very active on those during that time. But in between now and then, I'm going to try to get out as much as possible. So yeah, like I said, just follow us on the social media. Be sure to reach out to us. If you got a sticker last night, please hit me up. Tell me, hey, you gave me a sticker last night and I heard the episode. Tell me what you thought. Our episodes aren't always just about heavy metal. A lot of times they're about pretty much anything, from heavy metal to paranormal to fucking food to fucking weed, fucking alcohol, whatever the fuck. For Christ's sake, this is a heavy metal fucking podcast though. So yeah, follow us on all those. iTunes. We're on iTunes. We're on YouTube. If you're listening to this on YouTube, I fucking love you. Please be sure to subscribe, leave a comment, whatever you'd like. The next big thing we got is in 2 fucking days, less than 48 hours from where I am sitting right now. So by the time you're hearing this, at the earliest possible time, it'll be 24 hours until Godzilla King of Monsters gets released. Now, what you need to understand, if this is the first time you're listening, I'm a gigantic Godzilla fan. I grew up with Godzilla, and when Godzilla 2014 came out, which this is a sequel to, I had been following the making of that film since 2009. So that's when it was first announced that movie was being made. So I've actually been following the progression of this all for 10 years. And it's finally come to what early reviews are saying is the best Godzilla movie possibly ever. So I am unbelievably excited about Godzilla King of Monsters coming out on Thursday. And I'll be all about it on Instagram, doing a review on that and everything. So I'm probably going to see it like 4 times this weekend. So yeah, I am fucking in. Oh my God. Unbelievably excited for that. So yeah, that's the next big thing we got coming up. Like I said, be sure to check us out on all the social media, especially Instagram and Facebook is where we're most active. YouTube, iTunes, and everything else. Also, check out BOG WRAITH and all the other bands that were on that bill last night that I've mentioned on this episode. Please check all of them out. Our friends, our other Lansing brothers, Recorruptor, be sure to follow them on all social media. They actually just finished up recording their next album, which I'm unbelievably excited to hear, and hopefully we'll be able to get them on the podcast sometime around the time of that album's release. Hopefully, fingers crossed. I got to reach out to them still. Again, but yeah. So, yeah, that's going to be about it from me tonight in the crypt. Thank you so much for listening. Hopefully I see you at the June 21st Sanctuary show with BOG WRAITH, The Breathing Process, and Wormhole and Carnis Immortalis, and all the others that will be at that show. But yeah, that's going to be it from me tonight in the crypt. Thank you so much for listening. I love you all to death. Good night.